generation of genius. There's a common misconception that intelligent people are constantly brimming with good ideas. We can thank many geniuses throughout history for their profound discoveries, but their one or two great ideas were preceded by many, many bad ones. In other words, highly intelligent people don't always have brilliant ideas. Every one of your ideas may not be brilliant or profound, but if you generate lots of them, you're likely a creative and inspired individual. A dark sense of humor. Intelligent people have a sense of humor that can be difficult to pin down. You may find yourself laughing at things that no one else thinks is funny or cracking up over a reference that other people just don't get. Your jokes may not always be sophisticated, but if you have a unique sense of humor, then you're probably brighter than average too. Why? Because intellectual people make connections and recognize layers of irony that others just don't notice. Your sense of humor may be subtle and nuanced, or you may laugh at darker subjects that others don't enjoy. In either case, you may have a hard time finding an audience for your jokes because your brain works a little differently than most. Uncanny memory recall. The most intelligent people have an uncanny ability to remember things that others don't. They process and recall ideas with incredible depth, often latching on to tiny details and nuanced ideas. But where does their superpowered memory come from? Memory isn't all raw intelligence. Instead, it comes from a blend of experience and ability. Smarter people recall ideas more precisely than most because they spend a lot of time exercising their memories. Almost every day, they challenge themselves to remember niche knowledge or retain large stores of information. As a result, their memory becomes stronger and sharper every day. Among your friends, you might be known for your elephant-like memory. Maybe you surprise people with how much you can recall about things that happened years ago. In either case, you have a strong memory, probably because you're smarter than you know. The power of daydreaming. Do you like daydreaming? Highly intelligent people tend to be avid daydreamers. You have an active and powerful imagination, so when something is boring, you may retreat into a world inside your head. Studies have shown that daydreaming is correlated with higher levels of mental activity and cognitive performance. So if you like drifting off in the middle of the day, don't sell yourself short. You're likely more intelligent than you realize. Emotional attunement. Many people think cognition and emotion are separate skills, but these two categories of intelligence are intricately intertwined. In other words, people who excel at cognitive exercises like problem solving also demonstrate a fuller understanding of their feelings. Why? Because smarter people spend more time reflecting on their emotions and dissecting what they're feeling in certain situations. If you're a highly intelligent person, you're likely familiar with the depth of your feelings, and you're able to express them in a constructive way. That alone is a telltale sign that you're smarter and more thoughtful than most. Craving total solitude. Most highly intelligent people value their solitude. In other words, they enjoy spending time alone. Smart people appreciate moments of peace and solitude, as many of their favorite activities, like reading and writing, are best performed alone. To highly intelligent people, solitude isn't punishing or tedious. It's an opportunity to dive deep into the subjects that fascinate them without anyone else getting in the way. So if this sounds familiar, you're probably more intelligent and more introverted than you think. Raw musical talent. Sometimes intelligent people easily master things that others struggle to learn. For example, intelligent people learn how to play instruments relatively quickly because they have a natural ability to do so, to understand basic rhythms. Highly intelligent people can also keep time better than most, even if they have zero musical experience. In general, highly intelligent people are quick to understand and replicate musical patterns. They not only perform music well, but they're drawn to diverse musical genres and often get lost in pieces that are complex and moving. So whether you're a musician or a music aficionado, your ear for music may signal how smart you really are. Understanding ambiguity. Most people have a hard time coping with uncertainty, But highly intelligent people aren't bothered in the same way. Why? Because sometimes ambiguity is the only possible answer. The more complex something becomes, the less likely you are to find a clean and simple solution. You may notice confusing contradictions and discover gaps in your knowledge, but that's okay. Your problems don't have to be solved right away. If you can be patient and calm in the midst of confusion, you'll be fine. Then you may be one of the smartest people you know. Imagination overdrive. Anxiety is prevalent among highly intelligent people. They have strong imaginations that produce all kinds of spiraling thoughts and negative patterns. As a smart person, you may also spend time thinking about ways that your life may fall apart. In either case, these worrisome thoughts can manifest as anxiety and self-doubt. If this sounds familiar, your brain may be working on overdrive. It's not always fun or happy, but your anxiety is just another sign that you're brighter than most. Sources of inspiration. Studies have shown that highly intelligent people enjoy working in less organized environments. That doesn't mean intelligent people are dirty or unhygienic. Rather, many smart people work well in cluttered spaces, surrounded by sources of inspiration. For example, you might have books across your desk or papers taped to the wall. You may work in a studio surrounded by crafts or a garage with every tool you can imagine spread out onto the floor. Wherever you like to work, a cluttered space may be the perfect environment for your mind to work and create. The benefits of doing nothing. If you're a highly intelligent person, you might spend part of your day doing what seems like absolutely nothing. On the outside, anyone who sees you might think you're staring into space. But you're probably doing something smart people love to do, setting aside time to think. You might close your eyes and sit, pace around the room, or talk to yourself out loud. All of these are ways that intelligent people maintain a dialogue with their own brains, allowing them to generate ideas and to solve complicated problems. Thinking is an activity all its own. If you're a highly intelligent person, then thinking may be one of your favorite ways to spend the day. Absolute concentration. Do you have a hard time staying focused? Concentration is a skill that many highly intelligent people have in spades. Even if they're surrounded by people, they can shut off their senses and fully concentrate on something they're passionate about. And when that happens, there's no breaking their concentration. They work in a fervor until they've brought their ideas to life. If you're a smart person, you may have experienced something like this before. You get a great idea, and you run to your desk to get that idea out of your head. When you're inspired enough, you can focus just about anywhere because you're way more intelligent than you realize.